y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about how I went to college for free. Y'all, this is no joke, not oh, you know, half tuition. No, like 0.0000000 free. Like I paid nothing, free. Okay, so let's go all the way back. So like some of you already know, I am an international student in the United States, which basically means that I'm on a student visa. So well, after I graduated high school, my aunt basically, who lived in the United States and also works here, basically she works at a university here. So she told me at a community college in America. So she says, you know, you should come to my school. I was like, come to America? Yes. So that's how my journey started. So I now came to United States in, I think, January of 2014. Y'all, my dates be like shaking, but yes, I came to United States and I went to my aunt's community college for 2 years. So I was on a scholarship on there when I was there. So after my 2 years at the community college, it was an amazing 2 years. After my 2 years, that's when, you know, I guess the big work for me started, because it was time to transfer to a 4-year university. So while actually in my community college, I joined this honor society called Phi Theta Kappa. I feel like my pronunciation might be wrong, so I'll put it in the description box as well. So it's called Phi Theta Kappa. So I joined the honor society, and the honor society is basically for people who have a 3.5 GPA and up. So if you have a 3.5 GPA and up, you're able to join the honor society, and they provide you like different opportunities. So we got to like go to conferences. You could, you know, get to interact. They offered you whatever kind of assistance you needed, they would offer you. So after, you know, I was about to graduate from my community college, I was like, okay, it's time to start looking for scholarships so I can transfer to a 4-year college, you know, to complete my degree. So I now started looking at schools, and then I realized that some schools actually offered scholarship to people who were part of that honor society. So a lot of schools, like literally Google it, a lot of schools offered scholarship to people who are part of the Phi Theta Kappa honor society. So I Googled, you know, schools that offer scholarship, because I realized since a lot of schools did that, I just Googled schools that offer scholarship to members of Phi Theta Kappa, and there are tons. So I found a lot of schools that offer, some schools offer like 5,000, some 2,000, some 10,000, some 20,000, like different. It depends. Every school was different. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like some of the schools are offering like 10,000 and their tuition is like 40,000. Like I still don't have 30,000, you know? So I now noticed that a lot of the HBCUs, or historically Black colleges and universities, they have this, you know, Phi Theta Kappa, they have a full ride scholarship. So that's how I got in. So I applied to Jackson State University. I love Jackson State, y'all. So I applied to Jackson State University, and I also applied to the Phi Theta Kappa scholarship. So with that scholarship, they cover for you full tuition. It also covers fees as well. So any fees that you have to pay the university, that scholarship covers. They give you $1,000 for books, and also room and board was free. Y'all, are you hearing me? Like room and board was free. So everything was free. So basically, and then all I had to do to keep that scholarship till I graduated was to make sure I think the GPA was 3.0 or 3.5. I'm not really sure, but I'll check again just so I can confirm, and I'll put it in the description box as well. So yeah, so all you had to do was, you know, keep a keep a specific GPA, that requirement that they set, and they could continue that scholarship for as long as you were in the university. So yeah, so I applied, you know, to Jackson State. I also applied to other schools as well. I think I applied to Penn State University because they offered the Phi Theta Kappa scholarship. I applied to Alcorn University or Alcorn State. There's so many schools I applied to. I did Alabama State, I did Tennessee State. A lot of the schools I applied to were primarily historically Black colleges, so HBCUs, because I wanted to go for the experience. I felt like it was going to be a very different platform for me, especially coming from my community college that was really multiracial. So I wanted to kind of see what it, because I've always learned a lot of how impactful HBCUs have been on, you know, students. I wanted to kind of have that kind of impact and, you know, to be able to kind of learn from people who looked like me. So yeah, so, you know, I applied, and then I was granted the scholarship. I was offered the scholarship, and I was like, yeah. And they were like, do you accept? I'm like, is that a question? Yes, I accept. So I accepted the scholarship, and that's how I did it. So I now started at Jackson State. I did my 2 years. I went, you know, I kept my GPA up, and then, you know, the scholarship continued till I graduated. So I graduated from Jackson State with a bachelor's in journalism or mass communications. So yeah, so after I graduated, also, y'all, I love free money. Free money. So after I graduated from Jackson State, I now started looking, I was like, okay, I'm not ready to go, you know, to go to work. So I basically wanted to continue my program. So I decided to apply for a master's degree, and this time I applied for a master's degree at Kent State University. So y'all, if you're trying to apply for a master's program, you need to be looking at graduate assistantship. Like, it's amazing. So actually, the funny thing is, Jackson State and Kent State, it's like a sister school, because we kind of share a story with Kent State. But anyway, so I applied to Kent State for a master's in higher education administration, and I was granted admission. So I gained admission. I also had the opportunity to interview with different departments in the university, and that's how I gained my graduate assistantship. So I worked in the university as a graduate assistant, and with that, my tuition was paid for, like fully paid for. I think the only fees I had to pay, like the legal fee, which was optional, but I paid it just in case. So I had to pay the legal fee, and then you also have to pay a health insurance fee. But the department pays more than half. I think they pay 70% of it for you, and then you cover the rest, and it's really not a lot. So as part of my graduate assistantship package, I also got paid as well, because I was working for the university, so I got paid as well. And then I was working for like resident services, so I actually got to live on campus for free. So yeah, so throughout my educational journey, I feel like I have been very blessed to, you know, be able to, because I feel like this would have been like loans and loans and loans, and people have like up to like 100,000 in loans, but I feel like I have been very blessed by God to be able to do all of this for free. So like right now, I work full-time. I have no loans, so I don't have anything that I'm paying off. So yeah, so it's a blessing. So it's just, for me, I think it was just a lot of research. So that's the really one advice I would say: just do your research, just start. Even if it means DMing. I had to DM a lot of people on Instagram and Facebook to kind of see what their experiences were. But do your research. Google needs to become your best friend. So Google, like go on universities' websites, you know, make sure you're reaching out to people, whether it's the advisor. I know, oh my gosh, I used to like really disturb like the coordinator of like the scholarship. I feel like I had like a lot of questions to ask her, just because I wanted to make sure it was free. I wanted to make sure there was no fee I had to pay later that wasn't, you know, that wasn't upfront. So make sure you're doing your research, make sure you're asking all the necessary questions. So yeah, so that's how I went to college for free. So I did my bachelor's for free, I did my master's degree for free as well. Next is PhD, but I don't know. I'm tired of school, so I just want to work. I want to work for a while. So yeah, but I really hope that was very impactful for you guys. I hope that was, you know, beneficial. If you have any questions, because maybe my storytelling skills might not be on par. So if you have any, you know, questions about, you know, how you can go to school for free, or just want to talk to me about my journey, please feel free to let me know in the comment box below. I'll be reading, I'll be watching. So yeah, so let me know. Let me know what questions you have, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Winning with Winnie, and also hit the bell as well, just so you're notified when I make new videos. So thank you guys so much. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a fabulous day.